says mental health institute, it's a 19th century mode of dealing with mental health problems. That other states have moved away from large mental health centers. How do you apply to that?
But if he has a better solution, then he needed to come up with an effective transition plan. And what we have seen in these shutdowns is that, I mean, it is disastrous. I mean, multiple patients have died after being transferred out of these facilities. And no matter what you think about this, I mean, we need to invest in mental health services. We need to do it in an effective way. And if he hadn't shut these two mental health institutes down, I don't know that would have happened.
Now, make that argument once again, because the point you asked about earlier is that these are private funds, donations,
sure,
but cuts were state tax.
Yeah, we realize these are private funds, but we think it reflects the governor's misguided priorities. That this was the exact same time that he was vetoing funding for public schools, colleges, mental health services, and meanwhile, these dollars are being raised for a reflecting pool at the governor's mansion. We would have liked to see some time spent by the governor on raising funding for our public services. And so by making this delivery today, we want to make sure that he knows that our public services need to stay afloat.
Do you think that the governor should be funneling these private funds into these problems?
If that is at all possible, it would be great if these dollars could be spent to help our public schools or public services. But more than anything, we just want to make sure that he invests time and resources in them moving forward.
How many petitions did you get signed?
977 petition signatures and 1,000 rubber ducks.
And how did you go about getting the signature?
It was all online. It happened. We started this last Thursday afternoon, and this is Tuesday morning. So this has been over a very, very short period of time. We think people are extremely frustrated about the governor's cuts to public services, and kind of appalled that they're spending time privately or with private or public funding putting in a reflecting pool.
What do you reply to critics who would say the money you spent on buying 1,000 rubber duckies could have been better spent doing something else? Isn't that sort of the same charge that you're making with the government?
I don't think so, because we're using this as a way to get our message out, and we are using this to create a voice for almost 1,000 Iowans who want their message heard by the governor. So I think this is money and time well spent.
How much money did the rubber ducks cost?
A few $100s.
I bought 2 of them.
Yeah, we did get a lot of donations from people to help the cause. So they were very, very eager to chip in and have their voice heard.
Any chance of possible cronyism when it comes to awarding the contracts for the pool? Currying favors.
Oh, I'm not even sure about that. I'm not sure about that.
It'd be worth looking into, though.
Well, we'll keep an eye on it. Sue, do you want to?
Sure. Well, I'm Sue Dinsdale.
Okay.
I could just talk.
I was going to say, I'll just stand right next to her.
Hey, do you want to switch mine over?
Sure.
Yeah.
Am I in your shot?
No, we can put it. Can we put it on this side?
Yep, you put it wherever you want.
Just jump right in the middle. Back
Yeah.
of your head.
That might not work too well. Nope.
Okay. I'm sure it can. Sue Dinsdale, SUEDINSDALE. I'm the Executive Director of Iowa Citizen Action Network. And I come at this from the education point of view. My husband was a teacher for 34 years. My son's a teacher. I have grandchildren in the public schools. And we're not naive enough to think, we know that the money comes in different pools that needs to be spent for specific things. I was looking at school lists that children are asked to bring to school for their first day of school, and many of them are asking for office supplies to be delivered to the office. So reams of paper, soap, hand sanitizer, those sorts of things. Our families in the school system are being asked to deliver to the school so they can run. So maybe we'd be a little better off if, instead of asking for money to build a reflecting pool, maybe these people could donate to their local school districts so that the children and families of these different districts don't have to purchase items so the school can continue running. My son's a teacher, my husband was a teacher. I can't tell you how many thousands of dollars we've spent purchasing things for the classrooms when really it should be coming from our state funding.
Family budgets, we were just talking to my wife the other day, there's a difference between wants and needs. Is this something similar to the state budget? You may want to reflect in the pool, but you really need to fund education.
Well, exactly. We are supposed to be, we need to raise our children, we need to educate our children, and I think that's much more important than a reflecting pool. You know, my husband's an artist. I love aesthetics and art and restoring old things, but you don't do that when you're hurting our children and families.
Whose idea was the Duckies anyway?
I think it was Mr. Sonobe.
So we blame him.
We'll blame him, that's right.
Matt. Oh, there should be no blame laid out here. It's a dang good idea.
Yeah, it is quite clever.
It lightens up a satisfaction.
Got these guys out.
I'd like to take some pictures of that.
Sure.
Yeah.
Thank you. You want us holding the ducks?
Maybe if you each take one and stand in a line, and each one take a duck and hold it.
You want both buckets and ducks?
You have color code here?
Yeah. Oh,
No?
Number here.
Governor needs to get his ducks in a row.
Each photographer has their own set.
Here, do you want to sign?
That's how we are.
Oh, they
Always
make them. I just an allergy pill in my ear. Oh, bless you. I got clogged ears. Actually, I would say that it's very important to governor didn't.
Allergies are bad this year. I know how that goes. For those just joining me, this is Occupier Kaylin. I am here at the Terrace Hill Gift Shop where 1,000 rubber ducks and petition signatures protesting the governor's plan to privately fund a reflecting pool here on the grounds of Terrace Hill. It would be for the sole use of the residents of Terrace Hill and really not for the benefit of the citizens of this state. And this is the same governor who vetoed funding for education and mental health services. There's a lawnmower going behind me, so sorry about the noise. A group called Progress Iowa, as well as the other organization that was mentioned, is here. Not too many people here, but I think enough to give a visual message that this pool is not, as I say, ducky. I probably already.
No, this is the cover letter we're
Oh,
signing.
okay.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely. I put my chicken scratch on here. Is chicken scratch allowed?
Chicken scratch is allowed.
What I signed was a cover letter to go along with the petitions, and I did sign the I did sign the online one.
And you're freelance.
Yeah.
Photographer or
Well, it says I'm a live streamer. I'm live streaming. I use an app, and it's a live broadcast, just over the cell network.
How exciting.
I got started doing it with the Occupy movement, and
Go, girl.
and I've been doing it ever since.
Love it.
Yeah, I go when and where the buses go. Of course, I went to the fair Saturday, did some serious streaming on the soapbox. Then I left the fairgrounds, and my bus pass got away.
So now, how would I get that? How could I? It's just live. You don't see it after the fact. Or you see it after the fact.
Well, yeah, actually, if you go to my Ustream channel, It's ustream.tv/the-occupied-tent. And I also put my videos up on YouTube. And the channel name is just Kaylin Strain is, yeah.
So if I Google you, Kate the Strain, I can probably
Yeah,
get
K-A-Y, yeah, I mean, it's just
Kaylin.
like it's spelled on here.
Okay.
At least I hope this is correct. I've been using this name for 49 years.
I love it.
Where they are.
Well, I knew it was a unique thing, and I was like,
Yeah.
how?
Yeah, and with this monopod,
That door, this
I
door.
can extend it to, see, that's a limit. And I can shorten it up, and I can kind of bend this thing and get different angles. Up shots, I can do down shots. Yeah, I even have one for my tablet too.
Well, aren't you a little techie?
Well, you know, I'm the only one currently live streaming in Des Moines. And a few months ago, I went up to St. Paul for the no anti-KXL protest. That march up there from the waterfront to the Capitol up in St. Paul.
Okay, now that was for what? What was the protest for?
It was against tar sands and KXL pipeline and all other pipelines, especially when they encroach on tribal lands
Oh, yeah.
and a violation of treaty rights.
It's like, duh.
Yeah. You know, of course, a lot of the tar sands in South Dakota is getting fracked. And with the back-end pipeline that's proposed, that will even, it's not a matter of if that pipe is going to break, it's a matter of when, where, and how bad.
And yeah, you know something's going on.
Yeah.
I used to live in Marion in Palo, Iowa, which is a two-part. They had the
Yeah,
sugar
that,
plant there.
yeah, it's still running. That plant is still running.
I remember there was a big thing when that was being built. Oh my God.
Yeah. But at least we were successful in knocking down a second nuke plant. So 'cause we don't need that. We got a bunch of wind turbines all over the state, and there's going to be more.
They're not thinking long range when they do this stuff.
Nope. Nope.
It's like, okay, now have you thought about the consequences? No.
Yeah. Of course not. It's all about the profit.
Yeah, it is. It's all about. And at what price are we going to pay for that?
Yeah.
Yeah, like the ducky. Because I saw the ducky, I go, what? Yellow ducky? And I thought, well, you're kind of
Put two and two.
lightening up a sour action.
Yeah. I mean, it's a good visual too.
Yeah, well, there you go. That's
And sometimes little things like this can have an impact.
yeah. Instead of just like, we don't like this, you know.
Yeah.
I've heard of him, but I was the first time I've ever personally met him. And this correspondent.
Yeah. No, I just wanted to double check. I was going to figure it.
And I also, I've streamed meetings. I've streamed in the State House. So yeah.
We got everybody here. We got Channel 13.
Yeah.
Who's that?
Yeah, I mean, I'll just basically just read the letter that we have. And then.
Oh, WHO. That's the
Yeah.
was we got the whole 3 channel and we got you. Wow.
Yep.
We got the works. Who's that lady? You know who she is? Olive sweater on,
Oh, yeah,
headset.
Oh, she could be a radio station.
Thank you.
Then, or it could be, I don't know if it's Iowa Public Radio or Radio Iowa or WHA Radio. And it's, be,
Are any of you guys recording? They should serve as a constant reminder. Yeah, they don't squeak. Sorry, I see it.
oh darn!
Well, for radio, that's.
I got one this week. Checking on it.
Oh, okay, great.
I thought I got one this week.
Did you get one that squeaks?
I'm just gonna pop off a couple of close-ups.
That's probably what I heard.
Yeah, they don't squeak. Make a little, they squirt. Probably squirt that. There's like a little hole in there.
Could I get some shots of you holding one? I just want to kind of get some shots of one for somebody. Yeah.
Holding one or holding a pile?
You could do either, yeah.
This
Excuse me.
Whatever you feel like. Oh, maybe they're live. Oops. I'm just taking pictures of.
All right, and then I'll get video of you as you're putting them.
I just want to show you what we're doing. Okay. There was the legislature published public hearings. The organization and operation of Terrace Hill at the Terrace Hill Giftshop, August 25th from 9 to 10 a.m. So that's where we, and this is just on the state legislature's website. So that's what it was. It wasn't like we.
Oh, I understand.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it wasn't like we reserved the space. It was for a public hearing.
It doesn't open technically until
till 10:30.
Yeah.
At the gift shop, but this meeting. That's why I assumed that this meeting was before. You know what I mean? Before that.
I understand. But to my knowledge, to their knowledge, there is no meeting today.
Interesting. Okay. So, all right.
Oh, so it was a published meeting, but then it was canceled and nobody noticed?
That I do not know.
I'm just trying to figure out what the logistics, how this happened.
Yeah.
Well, why can't they make up our minds?
So that's all I know for now.
Thank you.
Problem.
We appreciate you checking into it for us.
Typical.
Well, I'm not at all surprised.
No, neither am I.
Because they got wind of this on Facebook.
Yeah.
Then he thought to walk over to Terrace Hill, deliver to the governor personally.
Well, we'll discuss that here just really quickly. Yeah. I don't think he's even here.
I know.
So.
We're not leaving here without a news story.
Well, we talked about going to the Capitol for their office. What do y'all think? Do that?
I think so. I mean, that way you have someone deliver it to you. I think,
Right.
Ooh, that could be fun.
I'm less comfortable.
Well, and I don't think he's home. So,
It's probably not even there anyway.
okay. Do you know what? So there's the public office for the governor. It's on the
It's
main level.
yeah, the rotunda
Right
level.
off the rotunda. Yeah. So we'll meet there, and we'll just head straight there. So in about 15 minutes or so. Does that work? Okay. Great.
Come on, guys. We'll see you there.
Okay. You got fun producer. Yeah. Somebody else. Okay.
Well, I'm gonna take my stream down. You wouldn't mind giving a chica a ride, would you?
Well, okay. We're just going to tell them. Have a meeting and
Okay.
That's okay. Don't worry. Yeah. Thank you for coming. I appreciate you
didn't
coming.
have much of a crowd. I'll help you.
No,
Yeah, I tried to invite some.
Actually, if you would.
I can.
Thank you.
We are now going to take these. Up to the governor's office at the Capitol. Unfortunately, I would have to wait for a bus, and I don't have many quarters.
Got here on a bus?
Yeah, I took the bus. I don't drive.
Thank you so much for coming. I saw your comment that you were going to be live.
Yep.
Oh, you want to ride?
That would be great. And then I can take.
Yeah, we're heading to the governor's office because this meeting apparently they canceled it and didn't tell anybody.
Oh, you're kidding.
Oh, that's interesting. Imagine him doing something.
I wonder why.
Right.
Yeah.
That's
So we're heading to
typical.
his office, which is like in the Capitol. There's the rotunda in the Capitol,
Oh, yeah,
and it's
very
just
familiar
so
with
it's
all
just
that.
off of that. So,
Okay,
yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and take my stream down. Then I'll come back up at the Capitol, so I'll see you in a few minutes.